Hello everybody, today I'm going to be doing an updated room tour. Now if you're new here, consider hitting that subscribe button and ringing the bell. So before I start this video, I want to say, I have done a room tour before, but it was a long time ago, like 3 years ago. Last room tour was horrible, the one from 3 years ago. So recently I cleaned all this out, and a lot of stuff has been cleaned. Well, it's not perfect, but I just wanted to show you guys that today. So yeah, let's get started. So over here, this is probably the messiest part of the room. It's just a lot of stuff on random stuff on shelves. This is Fire in the Hole cup. I recently got this from when I have season passes this year again, and they have like these cup vouchers now where like you can get like discounted refills. I think all year. But yeah, so this is a Fire in the Hole one since that's closing. And over here, this is where I put all my arcade cards because even though I don't really go to the arcade that much anymore because I've realized it's a waste of money, I still use those cards like Incredible Pizza sometimes when we go there, rarely. But yeah, so over here is cables and a bunch of Stay Puft things. And you guys have seen most of this stuff, the longtime viewers of the channel. But yeah, just a bunch of collectibles. There's a Chuck E. Cheese bank from like the 80s. Oh yeah, there's a Lego Toys R Us. And over here is a little bit more interesting. I got a Mario figure and stuff. And these beanbag plushies, I've talked about these before on the channel. These are Song of the South beanbags. And I recently checked the price of these. These, for a full set, are going for like $200. And, like, the fact that they're going for that much is insane. And I got these for, like, $50, like, 6 or 7 years ago. So, yeah, there's the characters from the Song of the South movie. Over here is a little bit more nostalgic stuff. I recently got this Count Chocula cereal box. Because, like, these are only available on Halloween, basically, or, like, the October. And, yeah, so I actually had the cereal. It's actually not bad. It's actually pretty good. You have a TARDIS because I'm a huge Doctor Who fan. And then Waffle Crest, which actually came back recently. I was at a grocery store recently and they had it back. So that's pretty cool. And then we have Dunkaroos boxes. That's not really organized that much. And then we have Trix Yogurt, which I had that recently, and I think it was vlog 4 where it just tasted the exact same as I remember it. Over here is an old computer or PC that used to work, but it just died on me recently. And it kind of sucks because even though I do like Mac, Windows I really do like too. But, like, this is a Windows machine, and it just completely died on me. And I used that monitor, and I don't know what I'm going to do with that, because, like, it's just, like, I can't turn it on no matter how much I do it. I mean, to be fair, it is a really old computer from, like, 2010s to, like, late 2000s. And then over here is actually a recent purchase. This is where I keep all my blank VHS tapes. So, recently I've been starting to film with this VHS camera again. And blank VHS tapes, I actually found this from a Facebook Marketplace, and this is 26 VHS blank tapes. And it was only selling for $15, which that was a really good deal. And guess what? All of these are sealed. Like, they've never been used. So it's kind of crazy because, like, there's people on Facebook Marketplace selling blank VHS tapes for like $50 for 8. So I just got kind of lucky. But yeah, I've been starting to film with these more. And I'll talk about the VHS camera later. And then over here, this used to be a bunch of game consoles, or some of it still is, but these, I already moved into the other house. This is actually a Dragon that, since my family went to Europe recently, like, it was kind of weird because, like, because this was during my birthday while they were gone. And Caleb, my brother, got me this Dragon, which I really like. It kind of looks like Mushu a little bit from Mulan. And then down here is some of my portable consoles. And then down here is actually something that I found only a couple days ago. So this is the old MacBook Air I used to record my videos with. But this is a 2011 MacBook Air. And the only reason why I use this still is because it's on iTunes. The Mac over there, and then the Mac that I have over here, it has the Apple Music. I miss iTunes, man. And then down here, We have the NES Classic, which I thought was dead for a long time, but it recently turned back on. It's been working since. I don't know what was going on with it. And then back there is the PlayStation. I don't have any games for that yet because, like, I just really haven't found anything that I'm interested in. And then down here, there's a Lite-Brite, which I haven't used, which I probably need to. And then the lockbox if I need anything locked. And then this is actually something I got recently. The thing is that we were actually in Kansas for a Sporting KC game for soccer, and it was close by, and it only had its last week, or like last week in its liquidation sale. But yeah, so this is a Sears sign I got for almost basically nothing. And then here's my lightsaber. Now, I need to do a lightsaber review on its own. I actually did do one, but the video became corrupted on iMovie and I couldn't finish it. Over here, I recently got a Bed Bath & Beyond bag because they're closing soon. These were only like 50 cents each. And I don't know when that's going to close because, like, I've heard the date of June 30th, but, like, that's, like, the store near me only has, like, stuff that's, like 60% off, so I don't know. This is what is my favorite part of this that I did recently. So, this whole table, it still looks a little dirty, but there was a bunch of, like, soda, like, all over when I spilled it one time. I cleaned most of it. But, yeah, this has changed a lot. And, over here is my printer, which I recently put new ink in, even though ink is frickin' expensive. But, yeah, I have a printer, and I don't really use it that often, but I just like having it in case I need to use it. And then over here is kind of a little messy, but, over here is where I charge my VHS camera battery, and then we have a noise-canceling headphones. And it's actually kind of crazy because this VHS camera down here, I talked about it before in a separate review, and it's kind of crazy because, like, I got this for Christmas, and it's been passed down through multiple family members, and it works great. And I might do, like, a video eventually, like, modifying this camera, because it's not terrible. It's actually really good. But, like, there's a couple things I'm going to be adding to it, and I have a couple parts that are going to be arriving, like, tomorrow, actually. And, yeah, so that's my VHS camera. The battery actually still has the original battery, like it's the original, what it came with, which is actually kind of surprising because, like, usually batteries like those are prone to being dead after, like, 20 or 30 years. And then this is what I set up, like, actually today. My TV is back. I actually moved this to the other house where I was doing my recording setup recently. And this TV is good enough. I actually do like it for the most part. It has a lot of inputs and stuff. And then down here, I don't know if this is going to be a permanent setup because this is a VCR and DVD combo. And it's kind of crazy because these are starting to go up in value a little bit. Like, I don't know if this is going to be permanent because, like, this is kind of like the family ones, but they don't use it that often. And it works. And I actually tried to buy a VCR recently, but we tested it at the antique store, and it ate the tape, which kind of sucks. But yeah, so over here is a recent thing that I got for my videos. This is actually a gimbal. Now, this was originally my dad's, but actually he didn't really want it that much. He was going to use it for their trip to Europe for photos, but it's mainly a video type thing. So this is what I actually use for the Sears video. And I'm going to try to be using this a lot more because it's just so stable and, like, it's very good stabilization. I really like that. And then here's my Mac. This is the one that has been editing since the beginning of, or when I returned in, like, 2021. And I really like this Mac because it still has a decent amount of inputs because, like, newer Macs just don't have that. I think this is a 2015 Mac, I think. Yeah, it is. And then over here, I have the 2 journals where I write my YouTube video ideas because I work a lot better writing down video ideas instead of doing it on my computer. And then this is actually a thing I did recently, or actually today. This is my DVD and VHS collection. So, I'm actually a fan of VHS more, but DVDs I like too. So, we have a decent amount of DVDs. Yep. And these VHSs, my favorites are these ones right here. And the reason being is these Star Wars VHS tapes I recently got like not very long ago, and they all work, and these are like probably the oldest copies you can get for a VHS. And they're actually not that expensive. I thought it would be a lot more expensive. And then these VHS tapes of Indiana Jones. It's actually kind of crazy because when I worked at Need Repeats, like they gave these to me for free because they don't accept them. And then there's Son of the South, but I tried it on this VHS player and it didn't work because it's like PAL format, which kind of sucks. And then here's a bunch of like Disney VHSs. I'm still trying to get a couple more of the Disney VHSs. Fantasia, I watched that recently. It is so good. Like, I mean, it is a little long, and I feel like it's kind of more adult-oriented. It's just a really good movie. So, yeah. So, thank you guys so much for watching. This is actually shorter than my previous room tour I did. I think it was like 3 years ago. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Peace.